Are you thinking about moving to Durham and interested in the downtown Durham area? This video is for you. Today we're going to be talking about neighborhoods in downtown Durham, so stick around.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. I'm Zach. This is my beautiful wife, Cindy. If you have not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the corner. You can also hit the bell to be notified of every time we release a new video, which is weekly. That number on the screen, that is our number, so you can call that number, you can text it, and we put it there because we are licensed real estate brokers in the area, which means as much as we love to make these videos for you, we love to help you with your real estate needs even more. So feel free to reach out. We'd love to connect with you. If you're thinking about the area or have questions about it or have questions about real estate, we'd love to chat with you. With all that being said, today's video is on living options in downtown Durham. So a couple weeks ago we did a video. It was kind of like a tour of downtown Durham. Today we're going to be focusing on what does housing look like in downtown Durham. So with that being said, let's kick it off. All right, so the order that we're gonna focus on things, we're gonna start with a couple of neighborhoods that are in downtown Durham that provide some nice single family options for you. Then we're gonna be talking about some townhome developments that are going up in Durham and some that already exist. These are gonna give you more of a walkability factor if you're interested in being close and having options downtown that are walkable for you. And then we're gonna talk about some condo options for you as well. If you can tell, it's cold today. It's the first video I've ever done in a jacket, and what is the temperature?
10.
It's not 10. It does not get 10 degrees here very often.
I don't know. It's probably in the 40s if we do.
I know. Yeah, it's cold. I'm like 40s. I'm about to yeah. Some of y'all are watching the video hearing this in the 40s and laughing at us. Yeah. But anyway, so the first neighborhood that we're going to talk about is
Trinity Park.
Trinity Park. I didn't know what the first one was, so I'm glad you knew. So Trinity Park, yeah, let's talk about Trinity Park.
So Trinity Park is out of the 3 single-family neighborhoods that we're going to talk about, it's probably the most walkable of the 3. So it's kind of near the Duke's East Campus side of downtown, and then it kind of cuts in more towards the center of downtown because it's pretty expansive. It has a lot of homes, but most of them are going to be from, I think the neighborhood started like around 1920 or so, maybe slightly older than that. But yeah, so the homes have so much character just because of the time they were
really
built.
Beautiful.
Yeah. They're each unique, have their own flair. A lot of them have just so much character. But yeah, they're great homes. They're single family, so you have a bit of a yard, They're still downtown living, so, it's not like you're gonna have a ton of parking, but a lot of them do have like maybe a garage that's in the back or do have a driveway, and there's typically some street parking there. But that's kind of a drawback of anywhere you live when you decide to live downtown. These older homes, most of them don't necessarily have an attached garage. Some of the townhome options and stuff might, that we're going to talk about later. But yeah, these homes just have so much charm and character. I love how much character.
And they're off like little side streets, and so it's not busy feeling. It's very secluded and quiet back in there as well, which is nice.
It does feel quiet to be so close to downtown. And then since it's right there by Duke's East Campus, there's a track on Duke's East Campus that people use all the time to go on runs or walks or things like that with their pets or by themselves. So you can walk there from there, which is great. And then right near East Campus is 9th Street, and there's a ton of restaurants and things like that. There's right around the corner from 9th Street, you've got Whole Foods and Mad Hatter Bakery, and they have such good cakes and stuff. The black and white cake is my favorite. But yeah, a lot to do. That's super walkable there, not only to 9th Street, but you can get to the main parts of downtown on foot or on bike as well, which makes it a really nice place to live. But I think what makes Trinity Park special is just the character of the houses.
Yeah. Just FYI, that cake is one of my least favorite cakes, but Cindy loves it. So
He just doesn't like icing, and it has good icing. Don't listen to him. Get the black and white cake. As far as the average price points for Trinity Park, over the last year, the average price in that neighborhood has been about $620,000. So a little pricier than your average in Durham, but you do have a lot of walkability and the historic feel to the homes and everything. So, you know, that comes with the price.
yeah. All right, the next neighborhood we're going to talk about that has some single-family options for you is a neighborhood called Forest Hills. So it's on the south side of downtown Durham. It's like right on the edge where I would say it's not downtown or it is downtown. It's kind of right there on the line. So being on the south side of the downtown area puts you closer, obviously, to South Durham, which is where the majority of shopping is in Durham. And so it puts you closer to a lot of the amenities that are on the south side of Durham, which is nice.
Yeah, so you'll be closer to Target and like Sam's Club, the mall, things like that. You'll be a little bit closer to, which is nice.
And the house from that Netflix show is in there, isn't it?
Well, it's a real life thing. It's
Well, yeah.
If you've ever watched The Staircase on Netflix, it's a documentary.
Yep.
If you remember, goodness, it's been probably 20 years, the Michael Peterson trial where there was like a murder trial where he supposedly pushed his wife down the stairs, but they found him innocent because they said an owl did it.
Yeah.
That house is in Forest Hills, which is cool.
It is.
Our firm actually listed and sold it a couple years ago.
Yeah, not us personally, but
yeah. So we got to tour it, and that was pretty cool. We got to see the staircase.
yeah. So anyway, that house is in Forest Hill to kind of put it in perspective. But I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. Some gorgeous homes there. So
a big range of homes too. You know, you have pretty basic homes that are in Forest Hills, but then you have mansions that are in there. So really cool. Great architecture in Forest Hills, a lot more of like the mid-century modern style, I would say, out there, but they just all have a ton of character. It's not cookie cutter at all.
Not at all.
So if you like that, then you will absolutely love Forest Hills. You also probably love Trinity Park. Forest Hills feels more like a neighborhood and less urban, I would say, than Trinity Park does.
And price points for Forest Hills are going to be in the average in the upper fives. Which puts it quite a bit higher than the average cost in Durham. So the average cost in Durham is upper threes, low fours, so it's significantly higher. But you're in downtown, so that's what you're paying for.
For sure.
Yeah.
So our last single-family neighborhood we're going to talk about today is called Duke Park. Duke Park is probably the furthest of the three that we're talking about today as far as like getting to downtown. I wouldn't consider it walkable. Bikeable, yes. Walkable, not so much. Unless you just like long walks. But it is right on the north side of downtown. It's the closest to the northern side of Durham. So probably, you have Forest Hills on the south side of downtown and Duke Park's on the opposite side there on the north. Has a ton of character, just like the others. I'd say the homes feel a little more cottage craftsman style.
It's kind of artsy feeling.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, the homes have a lot of character there, a big range in sizes and stuff, but just a lot more of like the bungalow type style. In the neighborhood, it's called Duke Park, and there is a park there, a Durham public park called Duke Park that's really cute. So people really love that area because
it's one of the nicer parks in Durham for your kids.
Yeah,
so.
It's nice because you can just walk to the park right there, and then you're really close to Highway 85, which people like too, because you can just hop right on the highway. Whereas normally when you live downtown, you have to deal with one-way streets and stuff to get to the highway. It's not that bad, but it definitely feels more like normal living, I guess, in Duke Park than I would say urban living.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, so that's a really cute neighborhood. Definitely check it out next time you're here.
And as far as price points go for Duke Park, it's going to be the least expensive of the three that we've talked about. So the average is in the mid fours. So if you want that downtown lifestyle and you want single family, Duke Park would be probably the best option. So as far as the price point goes.
Yeah, as far as price point.
Yeah. All right, so next up is Townhomes. So this is where walkability really starts to come into into play. So a lot of folks reach out to us, and they want a walkable location in the cities, and cities. I don't know if it's a southern thing, but I think in general southern cities tend to be more spread out and less dense than they are maybe in the Northeast, Midwest, or even on the West Coast. And so walkability is sometimes a challenge here, but some of these new townhome developments are starting to change that, and the condos are starting to change that. So the first townhome that we want to highlight is called the Grove. So it's under construction now. Prices are between $600,000 and $800,000, and it's going to be located right near the American Tobacco campus. So you're literally going to be able to walk to the American Tobacco campus, which is really neat. But yeah, I mean it's a great option. It's being built by Homes by Dickerson, so they're a phenomenal builder in the area. They do quality builds, and so yeah, it's a really good option.
Definitely, and there is most of those units do have like garage parking, at least space for one car, and a little bit of visitor parking. So if having a garage is really important to you, then a lot of these newer construction townhomes are going to have that for you.
Yeah.
Another new townhome development coming to downtown Durham that is currently under construction is called Elliott Square. It's also going to have a modern feel similar to the Grove, located in a different spot. It's going to be a little closer to the new downtown Durham main campus library.
Yeah, which is
it doesn't
really
sound
nice.
exciting, but if you see it, it is. It's
Cindy,
just a beautiful building.
Just as a disclaimer, Cindy is banned from the libraries because she had an overdue book. That the charge was so high, it was either pay the fee or be banned, and I think you chose to be banned. So we can't take our kids to the library.
I didn't know I still had it.
Anyway, just a total disclaimer.
You don't have to listen to this because it's not going to be in the video. Because library might find me.
Anyway, just want people to know that you're banned.
So prices in Elliott Square are going to be pretty similar to the Grove, between the 6s and 8s, depending on the floor plan that you pick. So that kind of seems to be the theme today of our video.
It does.
If you're looking for downtown living, you could probably expect to be spending around $600,000. Seems to be kind of an average.
Yeah, and we mentioned townhomes just so you know that you have the option. Obviously, both of these developments, the Grove and Elliott Square, they're not large. Like there's not a ton of options available for people, but it's just we want to present them to you to know that there are options. I think these kind of options are going to become more customary for the area. Just as this area grows, it's going to have to become more dense, and townhomes are going to be a part of that solution. So. All right, the next type of housing we're going to talk about is condominiums. So those are really becoming a lot more popular in Durham, and a lot of that has to do with what I just mentioned with the townhomes. You can only build so many townhomes, but with a condo you can build up, and so you're able to get more people into a building, and so. When it comes to walkability factor, if that's a big deal for you, you want to be downtown, have a walkable lifestyle, a condo is going to be your best bet in Durham.
Sure.
So
yeah, by far your best bet. Definitely the most walkable. The condos are really in the heart of downtown, and like Zach said, they're really expanding. So
they are.
One of the biggest condos is kind of newish to the area. It's called One City Center, and One City Center is giant. It's the tallest building downtown, and it houses a lot of condos. So
it does.
That's a really cool option for people. They are definitely a more luxury price point. You're going to be spending closer to $1 million to be in One City Center. Obviously, there are some units that are cheaper, some more expensive, depending on what floor they're on and how big the unit is and all of that, and what the window faces, I guess. So lots of good options there in One City Center. The same developer that built One City Center is just announced they're building another condo for downtown. And those are
pretty big announcement.
Yeah, a big deal, because the most expensive condo in there that has been released yet is $3.5 million, which is, wow, so expensive.
That's
for our area, but you know,
quite the price for downtown
I'm
Durham.
sure that that's like the most, you know, the penthouse or something. But they do have other options in there that I think are supposed to start in the 8s. So more expensive than the other homes we've mentioned in the townhomes, but you know, those are going to come with a view. So that's pretty cool. And that building sounds like it's going to have like business spaces in it, co-working spaces, like a big pool on the rooftop, and all kinds of things up on the roof, I guess, a dog park and whatnot. So
yeah, from the artist renderings of the building, I mean, some of the common space areas, some of the pictures of it are they're pretty sweet looking.
Nice.
So
very nice.
Yeah, and that one was called the Novus.
Yeah,
correct?
the Novus.
Yeah, the Novus. So that's the new one. But yeah, that will be the most expensive housing in the area
for sure.
So some other condominiums that are in the area, 2 are close to Central Park, which honestly is my favorite area. I think it's as far as amenities go, with whether it's breweries, you know, activities, entertainment, restaurants. The Central Park area is I think the best area in Durham. And so you've got a new condo going up called the Vega. It's going up right there. It's going to be in just an amazing location. The farmers market's right beside it. Like it's the best location in the Triangle, or in Durham.
Yeah, it is.
And the same developer that's building the Vega also built one right beside it called the Brandon. So really great options with those two that put you in a really nice spot in downtown Durham.
Definitely.
So
a couple other newer condos that have a more modern flair are called City Port, and that one is definitely more affordable, going to be like in the 300s, which is really nice. And then you also have the Mangum Flats, so those are also a new modern option. So just in general, the average price point for condos in the area is going to be around $450. So that definitely brings that price down from like the single family homes and the some of the more expensive luxury condos and townhomes. So condo living might be your most affordable bet for having a downtown and walkable lifestyle. Of course, there are also apartments all throughout downtown Durham that'll be very walkable.
Some really nice apartments in downtown Durham. So,
definitely. So if you're curious about apartments, feel free to reach out to us. We haven't highlighted any just because it's a little harder for us to get footage of those. But yeah, they're great apartments that you can walk just about anywhere downtown as well. So tons of good options if you want to live in downtown Durham. Just know they come at a higher price point than the rest of the city.
Yeah, and don't be scared away by the $3.5 million price tag of the new condo.
We just had to throw it in there.
That is 100% not the normal price point in this area.
No,
so
definitely not.
that will be an exception. I'm sure it's going to be an amazing building. I don't want to discount it or anything like that, but that price point is not the norm in this area. So. All right, thanks so much for tuning in to today's video. Like I said earlier, if you have not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell to be notified of every time we release a new video. That number on the screen, that is our number. You can use that number to reach out to us. You can text, call, whatever is most convenient for you. We're licensed real estate brokers in the area, so we'd love to connect with you if you're interested in moving to the area. My email is also down below, so you can reach out to us via that. And then
you can also find us on our website at thehoneycutrealtors.com, or you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at The Honeycut Realtors. Oh, I messed that up.
Yeah, our website. Don't put the on in
the
front
website.
of. Yeah, I don't know where that. I don't know where
Realtors.
that will take you. So I don't.
It's not us. If it takes you somewhere. Yeah, sorry about that. Our website is honeycutrealtors.com.
Yep, Honeycut Realtors.
But our social media is The Honeycut Realtors.
Yep.
Confusing.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. You look cold.
I'm cold.
I'm very cold. Yeah. So I'm not prepared for winter whatsoever. But thanks for tuning in, and we will see y'all next time.